Well, ninth standard student, very good morning and a very warm welcome to this online class. Now we are going through the geography chapter 2, the physiography division of Karnataka. So as of now we all know that what we have done already, we have done the introduction part, and with that we have done the coastal plain. Actually the thing is, Karnataka can be divided into three different divisions as per the physical structure. What are those? They are written here: the coastal plain, the Malnad region and the Maidan region. So in the previous class we have already done the coastal plain. So today we will be doing this thing, the Malnad or the hilly or mountain region. Okay. Karnataka is having three divisions. Coastal, what we already have discussed yesterday. Today we will be discussing about the Malnad region. So as of now you people all know that Malnad region means the hilly or mountainous region. The Western Ghat in our state are referred to as Malnad or the land of hill. The Western Ghat, okay, the western part, I have sent you that this one map also. Though I have sent it because somebody is not having the books, maybe. That's why I have sent it. If you go through the map, you will understand it more precisely. Okay, this one I have sent, this map. Go through it, you will understand more vigorously. The Western Ghat in our state are referred to as Malnad or the land of hills. Land of hills. It is also called the Sahyadris. Okay. The other name for this Malnad region is Sahyadris. It runs parallel to the coastline from north to south. If you see that coastal region is there from north to south, after coastal region it is Malnad region, which also runs along the coastal region from north to south. They have steep terrace-like slope on to the east and west, hence they are called ghats. Okay, what are these steep terrace type? This is steep terrace type. Okay, suppose this is the terrace, from there the slope is there. Okay, that's why, and it's not that is coming again to some portion, it is going again it down. So that's why it is known as steep terrace type slope. These are also known as these are also known as ghats. Ghats. Okay. They are 650 km in length and 50 to 76 km in width. Okay, so length is 650 km, 50 to 76 km. It is the width of this region, Malnad region. The height ranges from 900 to 1500 meter from sea level. Mountain means we have, see, plain line don't have this one, your height, but it is a mountainous region, so it must be having a height. And what is the height? The height is 900 to 1500, okay, meter above sea level. The highest peak in this region is Mulyanagiri. Okay, Mulyanagiri, this is the highest peak. Highest peak means tip of the mountain. Apart from that, Kudremukh, Kalhatagiri, Rudragiri, Devaramangala Gudda. Okay, these are all are in Chikmagalur district, and these are the name of some peak. But among them, besides this, the Mulyanagiri is the highest peak in Karnataka. Besides these, other peaks of Malnad regions are Ballarayana Durga, Metri Gudda, Pushpagiri and Kodachadri. Okay, Kodachadri. These are the name of some other peaks which are not as high as the previous what we have told, but these are also regarded as some of the great peak of this Karnataka. Mulyagiri is the highest peak in the state. A question in the fill in the blanks it may come. Dash is the highest peak of Karnataka. Okay. The routes from the eastern plain to the coastal plain across the western Ghat are called the mountain passes. See, if mountain is there, so in front and in beside of the mountain places are there. So in between the mountain some place will be there from where we can go from this place to that place. Okay, front to back. Those are known as passes. The routes from the eastern plain to the coastal plain across the western Ghat are called the mountain passes. The important passes are that connects one place to other. Charmadi Ghat, it links Mangaluru and Chikmagaluru. Shirdi Ghat, it links Hassan, Sakleshpur and Mangaluru. Then is Agumbe Ghat. Agumbe Ghat links Shivamogga and Udupi. Hulikal Ghat, it links Shivamogga and Kundapur. Okay. Malnad region receives heavy rainfall. As it is a mountainous place, we all know that mountainous place receive heavy or high rainfall. It is the birthplace of many rivers, there are many rivers which get birth. We all know that mountains, from mountains only we are getting the river. Whatever the river is, that's why most of the rivers have their birthplace in Himalaya. Okay, but here also there are some rivers who got the birth. Okay, it is the birthplace of many rivers which, when they falls down the steep slopes from wonderful falls, water is going, okay, and on that rocks and all are there. From there it is passing down steep slopes. Those are the falls. What we see, falls, every falls is having a mother of a river. Then where that water is coming, okay. So the Jog Falls, it is on the Saravati river. Very important thing, okay. The Jog Falls is the highest waterfall of India. It's in Karnataka. The Jog Fall, that is the highest waterfall of India. Other prominent waterfalls are as follows. See, Jog Fall is the highest, but other waterfalls are Unchali, Magod, Gokad, Shivashamundaram and Abe Falls. These are the falls which are also regarded as the, several tourists are coming to this to see these falls. But Jog Falls, from throughout India, throughout the world, people are coming to see this Jog Fall. It's an amazing greenery also behind that, and this is amazing. Those who have gone, they knows it. Okay, if you don't have gone, then also clicking your Google, if you write that Jog Falls YouTube videos, you can get. Just check it out because it's of your pride state, Karnataka's. Okay, this is a mountainous place. So here now we will go with the agricultural thing. Coffee, tea, rubber plantation and spices grown abundantly on the slope. They are, most of the places are like this slope. Okay. So on the slopes there are something agriculture you can do very good. It's not that in this place you can do the cultivation or you can do the agriculture of paddy, wheat, okay, bajra, like that. Here coffee, tea, rubber plantation and spices grown abundantly. That's why these are the things which grows abundantly in this place. Since coffee is grown abundantly and widely in Chikmagaluru, it is called the land of coffee. Okay, Chikmagaluru is a place in Karnataka where it comes under the Malnad region, and here most of the coffee you can get, okay, which is supplied also to other countries. We do export of coffee from this Chikmagaluru place. That's why Chikmagaluru is known as the land of coffee. Kodagu district, yesterday I told you, Coorg, is called the Kashmir of Karnataka because of its cool weather. Most of the time throughout the year the weather condition is very cool. So Kodagu district or Coorg, it is known as the Kashmir of Karnataka. because of its, the same place Coorg, okay, because of its widely grown oranges in Kodagu district or Coorg, it is known as the land of oranges also, okay, means heavy quantity of oranges are being cultivated in this place Coorg or Kodagu district, so it is known as the land of orange also. So this is the Kashmir of India, okay, Kashmir of Karnataka, and also the land of oranges. Malnad has been identified as biodiversity zones because Malnad region, here several trees are there which are having spice value. Okay, we can make spice. That's why it is known as biodiversity zone. Hassan, Kodagu, Shimoga, and Chikmagalur. These are the district of Malnad region. Okay, so with this we have finished your Malnad region. So in tomorrow's video you will get about the Maidan region. Okay, thank you.